Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the Round 6 of the Dathomir Galactic Championship qualifier. Super excited to be here. And this round and all of our Galactic Championship qualifier rounds, we are teaming up with different content creators from around the community, and this is a Firestorm Squadron Firecast team-up, and I'm joined by...
We Phil.
And Dom again. Hello.
All right. Now, before we go too far, I want to remind you guys that this round and all of our rounds today have been brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives. Use that coupon code Dathomir2020 for 20% off. Super excited. This is our last round of Swiss. We'll be back tomorrow. So make sure that's going to be in different times depending on where you are. We are based in London for this event. Dathomir is London, so... we're starting at the same time we did tomorrow. Round 1, dice are rolling at 10 a.m. London time. Okay? So just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. We'll, of course, post it on Reddit and Facebook. And, of course, if you have just those notifications and you're following us here on Twitch, you will know about that. And if you're watching in the future, or if this is your first time watching live on Twitch here on Gold Squadron, we stream live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We have Monday, our podcast that starts at 8:30 Central. We have Gold Squadron League Night, which starts at 6 p.m. Central Time in Chicago. And, of course, Gold Squadron Flight Club, which on weekends where we don't have a Galactic Championship or qualifier, we have our Gold Squadron Flight Club that is on, again, Saturdays starting at 5 p.m. Central. So you want to be a part of the Flight Club, by the way, you could type !Flight Club and be a part of those community matchups. It's absolutely free to join, and super excited about an announcement that I'm planning for next Saturday. But, guys, Firecast, let's go ahead and break down these lists.
Indeed, so I'll jump in first and talk about the scum side of things. We do have a very low Seek Swarm with 7 cartel spaces, 1 with tractor beam, and the rest all with 2 tractor beams and the rest with auto blasters.
One of them, of course, being Sunnybounder.
Indeed, yes, the last one was, yeah.
Yeah, and then against the Seek Swarm, we have a Bitter Republic. Love a Bitter Republic. And we have a Wolf in the Ark with Intimidation, Luminara with CLT, Padme in the N1. Great to see Padme on the table. Don't see her very often. And Baby Annie in the N1 Starfighter with passive sensors and proton torpedoes. So really interesting matchup, I think, to round off today.
All right. Now, going into this matchup, guys, if you were playing...
It's going to be interesting. Be a close one.
Oh, sorry, real quick. If you guys were playing Choose Your Champion, who are you going for?
I personally would go with Scum. I know what the Seek Swarm can do. I know if he gets those tractor beams off, that can be a dead ship very easily. But it does depend on the engagement, depends on the dice. But I would back the Seek Swarm.
I must admit, I think the Seek Swarm probably has the edge here. I think a lot of the burden of execution is more towards the Republic player. He's got to get things spot on, where the Seek player has got a little bit more room, flexibility of having a turn or so that doesn't quite go their way, and they can recover a lot easier than the Republic list, I think.
Now, a quick note to everybody who's watching right now. This is essentially an elimination match. Now, some 4 and 2s will make the cut, but the winner of this match is guaranteed into the cut. So the pressure is on here. Congrats to both of these players for getting this far, but we are right there on the cusp of the cut. The top 32 of this tournament will be making it into Coruscant, and for anybody who is thinking about participating in the future, I want to let you know that those top 32 invites do roll down, and what I mean by that is if somebody in the event already has an invite, let's say one of the top 32 already has an invite from Corellia, for instance, the 33rd person actually gets the invite. Now, the person in the top 32 would still play because they're playing for the glory and for the championship to win the planet of Dathomir, but we still do roll down that so we can make sure that we get as many people involved as possible. Now, I do want to give a shout out to everybody who has supported today with all the subs and the donation. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we really appreciate that. And super excited to be here with you guys. So, looking at the approach here, guys, what do we think is going to be happening? What's going on? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think the Seek Swarm is probably going to be turning in here, which feels bad because I'm not sure that all the Seeks in this are going to take part in the next engagement if the Republic list and James goes a little bit slower. But of course, turning away with the Seeks also is not ideal to give the Republic some more chance to get some free shots. So I can definitely see the Seeks turning in. Probably the 2 hard, focus up and try and trade shots as well as they can. Of course, that does give Padme the maximum usage out of her pilot ability to try and shut down as many of those focuses as possible.
Yeah, I had to agree with you there. I think the Six One's most likely going to turn in this turn, but I do think the back row, so pink and white here, may not get involved in the shooting at all. It depends on, of course, how fast Annie and Padme go. I'm not too sure about Luminara's position at the moment in terms of actual engagement, but I do like her being at the back there to you go, okay, you shot me with the tractor beam, but I'm going to turn that hit down to make sure that my N1s are protected.
One of the things I do want to point out here is, especially for any newer players, so Leif is out of Norway, but right now he is in a row formation facing from what you're looking at, that right side of the board. If he hard turns to the left with everybody, he's going to be in a column formation approaching James. Now, this can, of course, be to James' advantage next turn if he's able to range control correctly and be able to just catch a couple of these M3As. But if James goes fast and he's in range of all of those M3As, that's when bad stuff can start happening.
Yeah, for sure. And this was, I'm not sure about pink and white. Right down the bottom of what will be this column will have the range, but it depends on how fast. Because you would think you want to go fast with the N1s, but that's the trap people can fall into. Because no one expects the slow roll. No one expects them to not want to get that free evade token. Or free evade action, I should say, actually more correctly.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Commander Wolf in the arc as well. And you kind of want to keep this. The interesting point for me here is, of course, that front of that column is going to be very much in range of Padme, Anakin, and Wolf. Ooh, Luminara jumping over Wolf here, so maybe wants to keep Wolf more towards the back. If he can get rid of one of those Seeks before they shoot, that'd be useful. Of course, both red and yellow are carrying tractor beams, so I think that's going to be James's target. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think he's looking to remove one of those tractor beams as quick as possible. Just gives him a bit more play against the tricks of the list. Try and not get his ships thrown around a bit. Of course, Luminara's ability being able to help out there, Padme's ability being able to help out. It's a very defensive setup of a list. So it's to see how much damage he can punch through as quickly as possible. And I mean, looking at this, it definitely looks like Sunny is definitely going to be out of this engagement. The pink one could well also be out of this engagement. So it comes down to how much damage can the Republic do before they get shot back. Because there are quite a few bullseyes lined up against Padme. At least 2.
Yeah, if not 3.
All right, and it looks like the party is getting started here. Let's go. First attack, 1 hit, 1 evade. Reroll. Safe.
I think
Wolf.
it's just because one went out of the...
one went out of the box.
Down stray.
Wolf is going to be in range. It is obstructed, though, and we're going range 3 into the yellow one, this unobstructed. 2 hits.
Yeah, he's using his ability here. Spend his charge for the reroll.
And got it. 3 hits.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Well, going to be taking some early damage. Can spend the focus to avoid one of them, but still taking 2. And that's going to be half points on that yellow M3A. Oh, took the whole deck.
More important.
And here we've got the passive sensors trigger to grab his target lock for a proton torpedo.
Try and get rid of that tractor beam as quickly as you can.
All right. And proton torpedo. Going out. All right. 2 hits. Is he going to spend the lock on both focuses? Yes. 4 hits. Changes 1 to a crit because of proton torpedo. That's going to be probably it for that yellow M3A. And that is fact. Gone. Able to clear 1 of those ships.
Again, he's accidentally picked up the entire deck.
All right.
Not quite sure what the crit was there, but doesn't really matter, so that shit is gone. I think he's going to try and go after red here. Again, you want to strip the focus token off the tractor beam if you can. At least that would be my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, that absolutely... Oh, there you go. Hit crit. Being able to get rid of the tractor beam focus is great. I mean, you obviously can reposition one of those Naboos onto that debris. You don't want anything to do with that. All right, strips the focus.
Yeah. I think having the shield there, I might have
I might have
taken
left
the
it, yeah.
shield, kept the focus token. But trying to keep his ships alive after he's already lost one seems a sensible option.
Well, especially with Luminara sat there, if he doesn't have the mods, Luminara could quite easily turn down one of those hits, and that tractor beam would not go through.
Yeah.
Turn down for what? Bump, bump. Sorry, I had to do it. Okay, anyway. I had to do it. I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. M3As going up. This is the red M3A. It is the tractor beam. Here we go. Unmodified. Didn't get anything there. So don't have to worry about the tractor beam. We got a couple of the auto blasters lined up, but they are
out of range.
not out of range. Sorry, they're going to be too out of range.
Yeah.
Not able to fire those. So here are just the primaries. Spends for 2. Now here's that thing about being able to fire at a lower initiative. It allows you to spend those mods without having to worry about defense because you're not taking any shots at this point. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Just get the natties.
disrespect. Yep.
And out of range. Blue and green may have shots from range 3. They do.
Yeah.
Probably going to continue going into Anakin. As Anakin only has a focus and an evade and a force versus a focus.
Yeah, and as we saw from the last attack, that was Padme's ability triggering with Luminara. So he had the hit in the eyeball. Lumi took the hit down to a second eyeball, and of course the focus can only modify one of them because of Padme's ability.
Yep, and Anakin just absolutely loving life. Does have the range 2 shot here with the final one. Which is nice.
Yeah, go range 2 into Padme. But Padme's got the focus evade.
Plus Luminar if he needs it. It's, not really going to do damage here, I don't think.
All right, here we go.
Double evade.
Just natting out of it.
But And this is where the turn should hopefully get a bit more interesting with the options from the Sikhs, because they've got some really great options to block. They have those one banks as well to try and set up some good positions. Luminara, perhaps in a little bit of a sticky situation with that debris right in front of her.
Yeah, because if you do the one bank to what is screen left, that will potentially clip the debris, so you might want to go a little bit faster.
Okay.
It's really not a good place to be in.
Anakin doing the moonwalk accidentally. All right, so Brown to Padme. All right, let's double check something here. If it is not in the okay. I don't remember the roll. Do you guys remember the roll for? Let's see, this is number 4. See if we can solve this quickly.
Sorry,
Cartel Spacer number 4.
okay.
Looking for that attack there because the Padme was in the bullseye. Or was it on Anakin?
It's just the brown one, number 4 shot Anakin.
Yeah, it was Anakin. Okay, so irrelevant.
Yeah, it was range 3 as well.
Yeah. Alamo Squadron, you go in timeout. 1 minute timeout for you.
That's going to sit on the naughty step.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and continue here. So, looking at the position now with the initiative 1, I feel like Leif has an opportunity to really make some plays here. Having that initiative 1 allows you to move first, maybe set up a couple of blocks. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's a good possibility. The fact that you have the column set up here means you can use one as a block and the rest kind of set up the kill box you want. I mean, Red's already done the one bank here to kind of stop. Luminara is the sticky position here because she may clip that debris cloud. She may even get blocked onto it as well. But I think, setting up the blocks and setting up a nice little kill zone here is a nice possibility. I'm not sure about the Republic, though.
No, and this is where the Naboos become a bit more difficult because they want to go fast and try and keep them in the engagement and keep them relevant. Becomes trickier, especially in this sort of style here. But yeah, the Sikhs come here, set up a really nice kill box, and even if the Naboos and Lumi can get out, Wolf doesn't really have many places he can go, and is going to be in potentially a lot of hurt with these Sikhs all lining those shots up. Yeah,
all right.
It's been a really good start from the Republic list. They did what they needed to do. They got the range control quite nicely, and they managed to get a ship off. And
I really like that move from Annie there, though. I love that force barrel or 3 bank round because it gets out of the blocks and gives him the evade action he needed. I think he's triggering passive there for his action, or does he change it to a focus? But no, I really like that move. That's a really nicely played.
For anybody who's not aware there, Anakin, with the ability, is before you reveal your maneuver, you may spend 1 force to barrel roll, and it doesn't count as a barrel roll action. Luminara busting through the debris. Homie don't care. I'll take the stress. I got the force. Rolling only takes damage on crits. We haven't seen the debris strike today in 6 rounds. And continues that trend. Wolf does take a bump here, though, continuing the train there. And I think the M3As are probably going to be either going after Lumi or Wolf. Who do you think's the better target? Who are we getting off the board? Who are we trying to take?
I personally would go for Luminara because you can light the auto blasters out of arc to try and push those crits through. Yes, you can push one down to a hit, but even at that point, it's not going to be good for her.
I think I'd be choosing the same thing. I'd be trying to get rid of Luminara and get rid of that utility to mitigate your incoming damage, because that combined with Padme is quite a strong combination. And if you can get rid of Luminara quite quickly, that will be a big help to the Sikhs, I think.
All right, we got 3 hits and 1 evade going into that green. Sikh takes a damage and 2 cards. Sorry, damage in 1 card because he rolled 1 evade. And hit crit. Thank you for the update. I've been pronouncing his name's not Leif, it is Leif. That's how you pronounce it. Life is life. Actually, I really like that. Here we go. Wolf looking at his options right now. The charge has been used already, so not available for the reroll. Does take the range 1 shot, though. Got 3 hits. Trying to see if he could take green off the board. And that is a success. Green M3A out.
He is out of here.
Anakin has a shot now. Looking at options. Blue or pink is the call.
That's the strength of having the higher initiative there, being able to initiative kill some of these Seeks, take away some of the firepower coming back into him.
Yeah, he wants to take away the focus there on the incoming Auto Blaster to Luminara, I think.
And that's 3 hits. Anakin laying down some heat. Life looking for some paint here. He got 1. He got 2. Looking for another. He's got it. He can spend the focus here to avoid the damage or keep it and have that mod going into Luminara. We'll see what the call is. He's taking the shield. Bold. Bold move.
Yeah, I think personally I'd also do the same in that situation. You want as many mods going back into Luminara as possible, knowing that she can turn them down.
Yeah, she's got 1 force.
And here we go. Range 1 going from that front M3A. Only has 1 shot, so I like this choice here. Ooh, hit crit. That is a focus there. Spend the focus for 3. Hit crit going into Wolf.
Yep, shields down.
Yeah, blanks for Wolf. That's not good.
And now does that change your decision? Are you now going all into Wolf and trying to see what you can do?
Oh, he's
It
actually
looks like he's
switching.
going into Padme.
Yep, switching targets here.
Yeah, he's got range 1 bullseye from the Auto Blaster into Padme.
Yep, hit. Padme double blanks.
Ooh. Heroic?
The shields, yeah, taking 3 there after spending the focus.
And that's where you wonder, should he have maybe spent Luminara's force there, try and mitigate one of those damage?
And we got 1 hit coming in from that next M3A from range 2. Hoping for blanks. And are there any modifiers out there? There are not. Taking another damage. Padme down to 1. Now, no Luminara available there just because Padme was in the bullseye.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
Indeed, yeah.
That's why.
That's a very good point.
Forget that bit of Luminara at times.
All right, here we go. Blue M3A going into Padme. It's got 2. Spending the focus. I believe we just saw Luminara use her ability. 1 evade. Gets out of it. And here we go. Another shot. 2 blanks.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yep. That is all. All she wrote. Padme not taken off the board here. Very nice.
No, but an awful lot of damage done by Leif into those Republic ships. I doubt, as much as it was not a good thing for him to lose green there, I think he won that exchange.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now the question is, what can he do with that momentum? Now I want to remind everybody, after this round, we are going to be
it's
doing
also
some...
interesting. Sorry, go on.
That's right. I just want to remind you that after this round, we are going to be doing some more giveaways. I do have some announcements that I got to do for the top 32 and all that, but stay with us. We're going to do giveaways. I'll do my announcements, and I'll keep you guys live during those, so you guys have that information as well. Additionally, afterwards, we're planning on rating a small streamer that is Star Wars adjacent. What I've been trying to do, my goal is to take these streamers who've never heard of X-Wing before or aren't playing X-Wing and say, hey, did you know our community exists? Here's several hundred people who are rating your stream. It's been really fun. It has been very successful the last 3 times we've done it, and I want to continue doing that as a little bit of a tradition here on Gold Squadron. If you've never rated before, we'll talk about it later. It's really, really fun, super simple. You don't have to do anything except click one button. That's literally all you got to do, and it's super fun. But yeah.
I think looking at this, red in the front can probably do a nice hard one to come back facing this way. So Padme and Wolf could look to overshoot because you've probably got the hard one. Possibly a barrel might fit. Probably not with Brown there, unless you've moved Brown first. But the problem with where Wolf is and stuff, the K turn options this turn for the Sikhs is really quite difficult. And you've got Anakin can do a K-turn or a Talon roll to try and come back in.
He could. He could also do a his barrel roll to the right, do a hard 3, then do a barrel roll action, potentially come behind them and get the free evade that way.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right, so Cartel's taking up some space. And I think the plan here is to try to catch a wolf. And the thing about these type of swarm lists is I feel like Leif has taken the opportunity to kind of whittle down little by little the target of opportunity. And I wonder if he's going to be able to catch Padme. And if not, I mean, you might be able to take Wolf off the board. You've already taken the shields. You just need 6 hull after that.
Yeah, agree. It's also trying to do it without losing another ship in this particular round, because he's lost 1 ship per round of shooting so far. He's trying to limit the damage coming into him as well. So the K-turn there from Red probably means he's going to be safe. If you can block Wolf or catch Padme, potentially that stops more shots coming in. So it's kind of damage mitigation as well as trapping.
Yeah, of course, because Luminara was stressed there. She had to really bug out. Padme's managed to avoid being blocked. And Anakin, of course, did his barrel out and hard 3 back in, which has bumped, but he's got a great shot into the back of Sunny.
But at least I called it. I'll take it
nice.
to
win. Yeah, put the evade on the wrong ship.
Yeah.
That's fine. So, yeah. And there's the Republic ships getting out of most of the issues there, getting out of most of the shots. Padme did the 3 hard, barreled out of the way, so potentially the only shot would be from Red, and unmodded versus 3 green dice with an evade isn't ideal. And of course, Wolf getting his rear arc into action, which with his ability gets that extra red dice for this turn as well.
I do like the turnout from Wolf there, though.
All right.
That's the shield on Brown there, I think it is. Yeah, on Brown.
All right, let's continue. Range 1 shot. Got the 3 hits.
Gets the 1 evade. Does live. Not very much, but it does live.
That's all that matters.
What he needs at the moment. Survival. But there's not going to be a huge amount of shots back here.
No, and critically, Padme's at the bullseye anyway. It's not even going to be range 2 though, so the Awesome Blaster won't trigger.
Yeah. It's
All
2
right.
dice versus 3. Unmodded versus the evade.
Here we go. And got one. Hoping to push something through here. And there it is. There's a blank out.
But he spends the evade token, so he's fine
Oh.
there. That was the saving grace there.
Yeah.
Sad. Missed the evade token. All right. So at this point, we have 45 minutes and change left in the game. 23-56 is our score. Looking at the momentum right now, who do you think has the edge?
I would say it's with James at the moment, and that's purely based on position and the fact that he's been able to whittle away at Leif's M3As without taking too much in return at the moment. But I do think it's not quite 50-50, but I do think it leans more towards James at the moment, personally.
Yeah, I think the Republic have a little bit more momentum at the moment. They haven't lost a ship yet. They are in a position to bug out a bit and reconsolidate. That is the one issue with the Republic here at the moment, is their positions are a bit scattered. They're all going in different directions. You've got the two N1s going one way with Luminar and Wolf going the other. But similarly, the Sikhs don't have any brilliant options in terms of which way they can go. We might see a couple more K-turns this time round with brown and blue to try and get their arcs back round, or we might just see some hard ones.
So we have a community member in the chat here saying, I'm thinking about starting to play X-Wing because my husband is playing it. I love the X-Wing community on YouTube and Twitch and playing matches. All right, Dutch down. What do we got to do to get you to start playing? Join us. Become a part of the fam. Let's go. All right, so we got some bumps there. Bumping into Wolf. It looks like we're continuing to go to the left.
Yeah, I think it makes sense so far for the M3As. It gives them a little bit more space to come back next turn.
All right, and actually taking pink to the right to threaten Padme. I really like that move. Splitting them up there, you probably weren't going to be able to fit the turn to the left side anyway.
Yeah, it's nice. Keep the pressure on Padme. Make sure she has to think about what she's doing. Keep her honest.
Okay, that looks to be in bullseye right now. Remember, that pink M3A does have Auto Blaster.
Yeah. Went for a boost.
Yeah,
probably gets him out of bullseye and probably in range 3 anyway at that point.
Yeah.
Ooh, Anakin fit there.
Oh, able to
That
get
was
the
not a
evade.
bump.
Anakin's licking his chops there. He's going to have choice. Lots of choices there. The white M3A currently with a shield down. The red is still full, but has no focus. So we'll see who he goes to.
Yeah, he's gone for the passive sensors, so he can take his lock, possibly after he's fired some other shots. So
Luminar taking the
options
one
open.
turn. Deciding on actions now. Taking the boost into the fray.
Yeah,
Takes the
using
focus
ship
for the
ability.
action. Yep, exactly. Yeah, getting that ability on, protecting Anakin, and Wolf doing the K turn. That is a kill box from the Republic looking at these M3As.
Yeah, these are going to be some unhappy M3As this turn.
Let's see who the target is. Brown has also lost a shield and is in range of all three of them. Yep, that's the target. Going into
Yeah, and
Brown.
Luminar's got the bullseye as well.
CLT is on, so that adds that focus results. Spend the focus. That makes it 3.
Yeah.
Let's go. Gorsal, thank you for subbing there, or gifting the sub. And 3 blanks for the M3A. He goes.
That is rough.
Yeah, that's a dead M3A. And this is where the positions of the Sikhs are not ideal, because their arcs are split a bit, so they don't have multiple coverage on the same target very easily. So he probably got 2 shots that he can push into Wolf, maybe. Because I think blue does have it in arc.
And here is the
But red,
passive
of course,
sensors
has to shoot
trigger.
a different target, and pink also has to shoot a different target.
Passive sensors target trigger here going into blue at range 2. And is this a proton torpedo? It sure is. Proton torpedo. He's probably going to re-roll both those results. Has the focus available. Excuse me, the force available. Doesn't even need it. 4 crits after the modifications. Gets 1 evade. And just doubling down here. Blue. DED dead.
I mean, if anything deserves Fs in the chat, I think that's it. That is just a very, very dead ship.
Let's get them. Let's get those Fs in the chat, please, for the blue. And Wolf trying to see if he can add to the craziness. Reroll from Wolf's ability. Not able to get a full string. Only 2 hits. And that was going into red. Let's find out how this defends. No mods on this shot, but does get 4 dice. And is going to be taking 1.
Takes a shot there, so at least it's not into the hole, but that's still not a good exchange for Leif here.
No, not a good spot.
Yeah, we love to try and stay positive, but this is a really uphill battle for the Sikhs.
He does have a focus here, hit crit. Looking for the blank out on Padme to get her off the board. Not quite. Spends the evade and is fine. Here we go. M3As
yeah, I think
are up
the
to
boost was
shoot.
the right call there to get out of that bullseye arc, to get out of that range too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hit crit. Luminara ability there, I believe, is the plan. Taken 2. Wolf down to 4 health. Splitting fire here. From red, it's going to go into Anakin or Luminara. What's the call? I mean, Anakin has the force and an evade. Luminara just has the force. I think you go into Luminara. Nope, going to take the range 1 shot into Anakin. Looking for a big hit. Yeah. Only got 1. Oh, well, he has an evade.
Yeah, I think I also would have gone for Luminara at that point. I think even though you'd lose an attack dice, no mods, far more likely to actually do damage than a ship that's essentially got almost focus evades out there.
Mm-hmm. And I think, there's always that decision making. Is like, do I go for my, with the evade out there, it's guaranteed 1 evade, so you know that that's happening. You got to look for that highest upside. Like if you're going for the uppercut, your biggest chance for an uppercut is actually on Luminara with the blank out, with 3 blank evades versus if Anakin gives you 2 blank evades, actually an evade and a blank.
Yeah, and I mean, James, with his Republic here, has played this really well. He's managed to get the engagements he wants. The opening engagement denied 2 ships a shot with the range control, denied a 3rd ship a shot by being able to kill it, and then also removed a mod from another shot, which reduced the impact of all the incoming shots back at him. He's then been able to be very sensible in allowing which ships to get blocked, because whilst Padme took a lot of damage, she was there to keep her ability in check and reduce the impact of the mods that the Sikhs had. And now that she's taken a lot of damage, he's disengaged with Padme sensibly, and then you've got the other 3 ships, came into that lovely little kill box and has picked on the unmodded ships very sensibly and been rewarded for it.
Yeah, and indeed, and what it leaves at the moment is Leif left with 3 M3As, one of them pointing relatively in the wrong direction, and the other's in a kill box. It's a very unhappy sight for him. At this point, I'm not quite sure what I would do. I think with Brown, you just do the 4K potentially, or 5K, sorry. So Reddy's turning up the board there. But again, I'm not sure. Wolf will come in slowly, but I think Luminara and Anakin and Padme are just going to circle the wagons here.
Real quick here, just making notes of some newer players. Padme here on the corner, as long as that angle between her arc and the edge is 45 degrees or greater, you do a hard turn here and you're safe every time. You're just basically sliding along the board edge with your arc becoming that opposite side. In person, you just got to be very careful, making sure, depending on how close you are, that you're being very accurate with the template. But on a computer, it's perfect. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, and again, she went for the 3 hard to get the evade token, to keep the distance and keep those defensive mods up to keep her in the game.
All right, passive sensors trigger here for Anakin. Set it and forget it and see what happens later.
I think I'm more fortunate. I think the problems for Leif started right at the beginning when he came in, I think, a little bit too fast and ended up in that column and allowed the front M3As to be picked off. I think, unfortunately, that's where the problem started.
We've got Wolf and Luminara bumping, not really too much of an issue there because it's just denying Leif shots, unfortunately. So where he needs to get those hits in and get those shots, his options have been very limited.
Indeed.
All right, we got 2 hits coming in. Got the reroll. 3 hits.
Nice.
And 1 of each spends a focus, is only going to be taking 1 damage there. That's half points on red. Next, Wolf is up. Are we going to be going into the same target? Yes, he is. That's his only shot at the moment. 1 crit. Red hoping to dodge this one. Got it.
Natty out. Always good.
Yeah.
When in doubt, natty out, right?
Just roll better, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's always been the way I've done it.
And Leif here is just trying to go and get as much MOV as he can out of this game now, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. And there's Luminara using her ability to just deny that shot.
All right. And from downtown, trying to clip Anakin. It's got only 1. I don't see an evade token out there, and does roll the evade. All right, so we're on to our next round. Now, again, anybody who's joining us, want to remind you that the top 32 of the Dathomir Galactic Championship qualifier are going to make it to Coruscant. We have 3 other events, guys. If you want to join up, we have Concord Dawn, we have Ryloth, and we have Crate. Actually, it's in the other the reverse order. We have Concord Dawn, not this weekend, but the following. Then 2 weeks after that is Crate, and 2 weeks after that is Ryloth, with their locations being Australia, or Sydney, Australia, New York, United States, and then Sydney, Australia. And by the way, you can play in whichever one you want. It's whatever time zone works best for you. Just those locations are the times in which the events revolve around them. So hopefully we could see you guys there. Anybody in the chat planning on playing in any of the upcoming, maybe you're signed up already? Let me know what planet you're playing in.
I'm not signed up yet, but I am very tempted to sign up and play in Crate myself at the New York time zone.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I will
missed.
tell you, those tickets are going fast. I'll tell you right now how many spots we got left. We are already at least 220, 230, somewhere around there. It's getting up there.
Indeed,
All
unfortunately,
right.
I'm not able to make any of the other dates, but I'm really looking forward to joining back up with you, Dion, for commentating on Ryloth.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's right. All right, here we go. We had that 2 straight, clear some stress. That Luminara does bump.
Indeed. But I think at this point for James, he's happy to let Luminara bump there. I think he knows that he's up by quite a margin at this point. Oh, I do like the barrel roll 3 banking. That's very nicely done.
Yeah, it's been great to see Anakin using that barrel ability to get the faster maneuvers, keep up the evade tokens, and get those actions in.
Indeed, and of course, Baby Annie used to great effect by GSP's own Marcel.
That's right. Takes the evade after doing the 3 hard turn there on Padme. Boosting in, getting aggressive, saying, you know what? I don't have anything coming at me. Let's do our own damage here. Takes the range 1 shot. Has the lock set up already. Spending the lock, I'm assuming? Yes.
Yep.
Got it. Hit crit. Got 1 evade. Looking for another. Hopefully does not get it. That's going to be half points on the pink cartel spacer.
Gee, that'll be a shield crit, I think, going into that one then.
Just a shield. They re-rolled for some reason. Not entirely sure why, but I'm going to trust the players and keep on rolling here.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, Anakin checking out the passive sensors. Applying it to red. Here we go. Range 1. 1 out the box. We'll re-roll that crit. And, oof. Can spend the force if he wants to. Spends a target lock. Got it. Hit, crit. Sorry, just hit crit because he only has a single force modifier. And that's going to be enough because there's no focus on there. Red is gone.
Yeah.
Leif trying to pick at some MOV right now. All right, here we go. Range 1 from Wolf. Spends a focus. 3 hits. Oh, and that. Of course, that's the way. That's the way that's got to end. That was a tough game. We still have 1 ship left.
Sunny Bounder against the world.
Yep. It never rains at pause. That is just unfortunate.
Here we go. Taking a shot on Luminara. Just looking for some points. 2 damage would do it. Only gets 1 hit. Not going to be it today.
Yeah, and James getting the evade there, so it's all good for him.
Yep. Now let's do a quick recap on the game. I know that it's not quite over, but I think in the initial engagement, the advantage really came to James. We saw some aggressive moves with Luminara going through the debris, and then also James being able to focus fire down some of these M3As, as well as there was definitely a little bit of dice here, but the positioning for James was just better. The auto blasters in the back line were out of range for Leif in the initial engagement. And I think, honestly, Leif will probably take this game and definitely learn from it. I would not have expected in the initial engagement for James to actually take that middle route. Hold on, I have to tell it straighter right here. I can actually just talk about it while we do this, okay? So James started in this corner. I would not have expected James to actually take all three of those ships and go here. A lot of times you see people with those 4-ship formations end up going to the corner and waiting for a little bit more space up here. But James got aggressive early to prevent Leif from setting up a favorable engagement for Leif, and being able to take on that column formation that ended up here was really advantageous to James.
And Leif has unfortunately forfeited. He's just popped up in the chat there.
Yep. Okay.